Hello and welcome to the 51st episode of WIC Commander, and it's a follow-up episode. It's Cosima, God of the Voyage / the Omenkeel, a lovely pair of commanders that act as either a vehicle that lets other vehicles do this cool thing where they exile cards off the top of our opponent's library, and if there's any lands, they're ours now. And the other side is a commander where it exiles at the beginning of your upkeep, and then you keep playing lands and it gets counters, and those counters mean that when it returns, it draws a card for each counter on it, and it gets a +1/+1 counter for each counter on it. Quite confusing, but it does work quite well, and this is the interaction I was trying to achieve in the last game. It's quite hard to achieve in Historic Brawl at all, really, but where you mutate it with a creature. So you mutate a creature onto Cosima, God of the Voyage, and then if you use this upkeep exile trigger, both creatures get exiled, and when both creatures get exiled, you put the lands down, you get the counters, and you know what? I'm not even 100% sure how it works when they come back. I think you get two creatures with +1/+1 counters on them, and you draw twice as many cards, but I don't know if that's how it works at all. So we'll find out, I suppose. But it might just be that this gets more +1/+1 counters. So we have every possible, apart from our Pelagor, mutate creature in blue. So we've got the Pouncing Short Shark, and we've got the octopus, and we've also got the third one, which is also somewhere in here. I will apologise, my brain is melting due to it being one of the hottest days in the UK for about years. I think it's a record. So otherwise, we have quite a lot of creatures that are 1-drops with 1 power to let us use the Omenkeel on early turns to steal our opponent's lands. We have a bunch of other vehicles, including the wonderful and fantastic, where is it Mecha Titan Core, where if we have 5 artifact creatures, we can exile them with Mecha Titan Core and make a Mecha Titan, which is a Flying Vigilance Trample Lifelink 10/10. So yeah, we have a bunch of vehicle synergies. We have mutate synergies go Cosima, and we even have some nice top ends to help us out. So it's mostly an artifact deck with a few mutate creatures, just to acknowledge the fact that we can do the cool thing with Cosima, which we'll try to do if we can. A bunch of fetch lands, which is quite nice. We've got Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, Fabled Passage, and 2 from the new Kapana set, which allow us to trigger this twice in 1 turn. Otherwise, there is very little ramp in blue. So yeah, check out the deck list in the description if you want to give it a go, and we'll move on to our first game. Okay, so it's game 1, and we're against the classic Jetmir Nexus of Rebels. Not necessarily expecting this one to go amazing, but at least we can steal some lands off the top of our opponent's deck and have some fun with that. So we've got Artificer's Assistant, Cosima, and then hopefully we don't have to worry too much about lands for the rest of the game, and we can do some of our cool artifact vehicle stuff. So they've got Jetmir. Jetmir does call for us to hopefully draw the River's Rebuke, as we don't have that much interaction really, which yeah is definitely a flaw in the deck when you're trying to do meme stuff. But well, hey, we're going to try and do it, so let's do it. Artificer's Assistant allows us to scry and cast historic spells. We have a lot of artifacts, including Cosmina herself, double historic in fact, as it is a vehicle and a legendary artifact. So what do we get? Unfortunately, the Valdeccan Archmage, which is one of the best cards, has to go to the bottom so we can draw a land next turn. And we will just leave everything ready. The Omenkeel might just crash into this token. Let's see. It would appear that that's not what they're doing. And we're already out of lands. So let's just hope that we can get something decent with the Omenkeel here. Could be that we just really lose out early. Depends if they block, of course. It would be really nice if they didn't, because then we can keep going into Midnight Clock and start actually playing cards. But yeah, we have a lot of evasive early threats so that we can do things like which can help us draw cards when we have dealt unblocked combat damage. Having a lot of consideration here as if they want to lose this vampire token. And they've gone for no, so let's hope we draw at least 1 land off the top of their deck. 1, 2, 3, yep, we get the Snow-Covered Forest, which means we can do an early Midnight Clock and get another land on the top. Fantastic. There, I think we are on a good path. Could have played that at the end of their turn, but hey, we're messy. So now we're really looking to start drawing cards. Unfortunately, we can't really draw that many cards, but Skilled Animator can turn one of our creatures into a 5/5, or Majestic Metamorphosis can turn it into a 4/4. So yeah, not bad. In fact, this also gives flying, which is really useful. So this says vehicles only, doesn't it? And they've gone for Blade Slicer. Not a bad shout, to be fair. We might go Metamorphosis into Graxilis, but we'll see. Got rid of their Cultivate and their Tender Shoot Dry, and 2 cards that I'm quite happy to see the back end of, really. But this Phyrexian Golem is a bit of a nuisance. In fact, does it say? Oh, it does say until end of turn. Skilled enemies turns this into a 5/5 for the foreseeable future, which is quite useful. But we might just want to go into Graxilix and Crew Upbeat, and then just score a couple of cards of these. Only gets 1 card a turn, so that's kind of annoying, but hey ho. And what are they choosing to do? Oh, they're thinking about their attack, if they want to attack with the Vampire. It would seem. Let's see. I guess it's just survive until midnight clock now, isn't it? Or until we get one of our board wipes. So it would be nice to see that. They might just time out, and if they do that, then we'll fast forward about now. And we're back. They've opted to not have their turn. So, quite interesting here. Do we just Gralix Axe and then start hitting to get another card? I think so. What's the other options here? The Omenkeel probably isn't going to be doing anything unless we give it flying with Majestic Metamorphosis, but don't really want to be doing that here. And the historicness of that card does help it being legendary, so that's cool. I think we'll just attack with the Spectrous Sailor. Get our cards. Nice. Just a cheeky island, but, you know, can't complain. This way, we can always surprise Omenkeel them, which is quite nice when we have a 1/1 around. If they choose to attack with 3 creatures here, we can take down 2 of them. But it looks like Jetmir is coming out in full force, giving everything vigilance. No, they go for the Conclave Tribunal. What's that gonna? Are they gonna go for Grazzlaz? No, they're gonna go for our Omenkeel, which is fine by me, and we'll have it back. Might be that future. Okay, yeah. So they're only attacking with the Splicer, which is, well, the Golem. So how to survive here? I think it's Foundry and Spectre into the Omenkeel for maximum scry. Yeah, don't want Arcane Signet. Put all this on the bottom. And we get to draw a card with our Spectra Sailor once again. Nice. Got another cheap artifact. They're going to hopefully keep us going through the rest of our deck. And now we have... Yeah, it's a shame Voldeck and Archmages at the bottom. That would have been really useful later on in the game. We could be plowing through cards right now. But alas, we are not. And they've gone for the Mirari's Wake, which, to be frank, is terrifying. But they are not choosing to attack, so that's quite nice. Gives us a bit more time. Ooh, the Mindlick mech. We'll scry an island to the bottom. Get to play the Mindlink mech. Scry it to the bottom. We'll be really, really picky about what we get here, so just going to go in. Just want something to clear up what's going on. He's got the hideout. And the nice thing is we can Majestic Metamorphosis at a pinch, so we can always use that to our advantage. Turn something into a 4/4 Angel to block maybe the Splicer. I don't know, this is... Them having Mirari's Wake for a turn is always very bad. So we can expect our future to not look bright from this point forward. Yeah, they seem to be stalling on our midnight clock trigger. So when this attack is crewed for the first time, it becomes a cockpit target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's 4/3. It's a vehicle. Okay, so it turns into... We can turn it into another Grazzlax. Does it turn into a non-legendary? No, it doesn't. Oh, it has to be crewed by a non-legendary creature. So we could always crew the Foundry Inspector if we want to do some busted stuff. It might just be that they have completely left the game and have to go feed one of their children or do something. You know what? That's most commonly the excuse I see on Reddit when people are like, "Oh, I wish I could just explain while I'm timing out that I'm actually doing something that immediately demands my attention." It's usually children. It's usually like, "Oh, you know, I've got to go change the nappy of my kid," or like, I don't know, some other stuff that a kid urgently needs, I suppose. So we're going to assume that this guy has been changing their child's nappy and isn't, because they're winning. So it does kind of suck, but I need the win for the gold, so we're going to let them lose. Okay, they're going to pass through their turn, is that right? Oh, how unfortunate. Okay, right, that's back over to us then, I suppose. At this point, we are playing against a stationary opponent. And yeah, there we go, another trigger. I think we'll fast forward through this one too. Once again, it's our turn, just through sheer them not playing. So we're going to make a second Artificer's Assistant out of this Minor Knight. And we shouldn't have played lands, we can just play lands off of them. But we're going to get in with the Artificer's Assistant. See what we get. Hopefully a historic card. So yeah, we get to exile 4 cards. 1 land. And we draw Rush away, which is great for countering Jetmir if they get around to that. But I think otherwise we're just going to pass, because this way we can use our Midnight Clock. Don't have anything of extreme need to be cast here. So let's see if we need to fast forward a third time. I mean, a win's a win sometimes, especially with a deck like this, which is very janky. Doesn't feel like it's got a necessarily good game plan for winning, so yeah, don't go spending wildcards on this card, or this deck by any means. Incandescent Area, an interesting one. Doesn't kill Jetmir, I suppose. That is a cool board wipe. But once again, we're going to fast forward. And yeah, we have the victory, although it's not the most satisfying victory by any means. Okay, so now we're against that annoying Sarkon Planeswalker that means that we basically have a lot of Shivan Dragons in our future. I quite like Thousand Face Shadow, just as an early attacker, but also Experimental Pilot can get us a whole bunch of vehicles that we could use. But at the end of the day, we've got Cosima on the next turn, so maybe we just go for the God side this time that we have Obscura Storefront. Tyree Sanctum's a good one too, because this cares kind of about gods and gives them an indestructible counter, so maybe this is the game where we aim to play Cosima as a creature rather than a vehicle. But it is always very tempting just to steal all your opponent's lands, but no, we'll go for the vaguely sensible option, and we will attack with the Experimental Pilot, and then get rid of the island and the Quartermaster to draft a vehicle. Cool, yeah, we'll do that now. In fact, yeah, Quartermaster, island, and we'll see what we get. Ooh, do you like the Dragster? I also like the Barge. The Barge, mine like Mech is, nah, we'll go with the Dragster. Kind of fun with its counters and such. Lovely, and we'll go for Cosima. And the black stuff of Waterdeep helps us turn our vehicles into vehicles. So we're going to exile this at the beginning of our next upkeep, and then Obscura Storefront to, ooh, Monument, very nice, very nice. So we are going to exile it. And no, we don't put this command zone. We do Obscura Storefront. You may put a Voyage counter if you don't. Okay, so we want to put a Voyage counter on it. And another. And now that we have Sai, I think we want to do Sai. Of course, the thing is, if we run out of lands next turn, we are a bit screwed. But Daredevil Dragster can permanently become a creature, which will be fun, that we can copy with Thousand Face Shadow. The token, create a token, yeah, cool, so we can create a token Daredevil Dragster as well and have 2 of them, which would be fun. And we can definitely ninjutsu the foxes that we get off side. We're going to get 2 foxes next turn. Let's see. And it looks like we're low on cards, but we have 2 in the bank with Cosima, which would be fun. And Sarkon can only deal 3 damage, so... They're going to play the Warcast and get rid of our experimental pilot, huh? Fair enough. It might be... We'll see how we do. If we keep drawing lands, then I think... I don't know. The divinations on Cosima might be worth it. We've got the Tyrite Sanctum as well. Ooh, Wash Away. So that to me says that we want to cast Daredevil or Dragster and wait for them to play their commander. And it doesn't have haste, unfortunately. What's his crew cost? 2. Sure. So we can crew 2, attack with the Dragster. Nah, it's not ideal, is it? But I feel like they're going to go Sarkon here. Oh, they haven't gone Sarkon. Fair enough. Kind of sad. But it does mean we can Dragster pretty easily. Maybe we play... Well, let's see what we get. Blackstaff might be... We might play Blackstaff and animate the Daredevil Dragster that way. That way we can wash away next turn. And it also makes it easier for us to... Ooh, Reality Chip. Oof, we're getting all the cards we want. Yeah, we'll play the Blackstaff. We'll animate the Walking Statue. And attack with the Dragster, the Foctor, and Sai as well. They might just want to draw the card here, just waiting to wash away the commander, really. Cool. Does it get sacrificed? Yeah, sacrificed and draw 2 cards. Kind of where we want to be. And the Thousand Face Shadow, hopefully we just get a land and we can do this next turn and still hold up wash away if they haven't played their commander by then. But I'm assuming they will. Yeah, cool. Well, this is going to be slightly disruptive. Nice. And of course, we only get these 2 cards at the end of our next turn, so... Untap, no. Cool, we get the island we want. So, do we want to... we're going to decline... No, we're going to take action for another counter on Cosima. Play the Reality Chip. Attack with the Gag. Okay. Oh, that works out alright, actually. So then we can equip this, reconfigure it to Sai, so that we can cast cards off the top of our library, which is pretty fun. But we did mess up by not copying the Dragster, I think. And we can untap this as well. But it does look like this has a pretty heavy target for its head. But they're not... Ooh, they're really going into the round. So we'll Fabled Passage, put a counter on, then get Cosima back. Because it's time. It's time, baby. Our Foctors and Sai can only do so much. And there might be something we want to cast off our library with the Reality Chip as well. Let's see. Take actual untap black stuff, yeah. Okay, so Fabled Passage, take action, Fabled Passage, play an island, and this time we're going to say no. Draw 4 cards. And we can Wind Rubber. We can Arcane Signet. We can Mind Stone. We can Guardian Idol. And we can Fairy Seer. Getting rid of these 2 islands that we are not desperate to have. And get in for 4, which is... We're looking pretty good for next turn. If they have a damage-based board wipe, it's going to be quite hard for them to kill Cosima. Instead, they have Inferno of the Starmounts. Which is hefty. Spark Sun Dragon. 3 damage to any target, so they can kill pretty much nothing that matters. Fairy Seer? Okay, so they're getting rid of the Merfolk Wind Robber, which, to be fair, wasn't going to be the top of our list anyway. Reckless Barbarian. Okay, sure. It's quite nice that Cosima... So we're not going to exile it. Nope. Okay, so Artificer's Assistant. Ooh, we can turn on. We can make a big bookcase out of something. But maybe we want to Terramorph Expanse and roll again. No, let's. Well, you know, we have cards. So let's do it. Ah, wonderful. We can brainstorm. Our what do we want? We'll make this a 5/5. And brainstorm. Lovely. We're going to put the 2 islands back. Oh, it does mean that we do lose the Ornithopter, but I think that's fine. Triskaidekaphile could work out here, actually. We need to get up to 13, which is quite a high amount, but... Oh, okay, that's alright. So we have several mana, but not much of it's blue. So, do we care about the graveyard as much as we care about this? I think... the hearse. Kind of want to keep the Grazilix, but not enough. Really want. Oh, that's a shame as well. Yeah, we'll Triskaidekaphile. And maybe Cosima attack is worth it if they get rid of Inferno. Inferno's pretty nasty, and we can always just redo Cosmima's stuff. So yeah, we'll go attack with Cosima. And I realise I'm probably saying Cosmima more than Cosmina, or Cosima, which is actually the name. So it's a weird one. I don't know why it's ingrained in my head as Cosmima, but that's just where it is. That's just where it is. Cool, lovely. We'll end the turn there. So we've got a bunch of flying blockers. One's super buff from the skilled animator. He loves his bookcases. Yep, sacrifice the Mind Stone's always a pretty desperate move. Well, actually, in this situation, probably not. And there's Sarkon, where they can get themselves a Shivan Dragon that they can play this turn.
There's no limit.
Ooh, but they've gone for Skagan Hellkite instead. We'll exile some cards from their graveyards. Test it with a number of cards. It doesn't matter if they're exiled in a different way. So Skagan Hellkite, it has haste and a +1/+1 cancel. So this will start wrecking our board pretty bad. It might be time to start crewing some stuff. I have 2 mana left, and it doesn't do that much. Okay, I'm gonna kill the Artificer, which fair enough. I do see the wombo combo potential there. Nice. And we shuffled now as well, so we might have our Vildecana Mage somewhere closer to the top of our library. Mono blue versus mono red, the classic fight of the ages. Of the, I believe, enemy colors, but I'm not. Yeah, I can't see it right now, so I think they are enemy colors, aren't they? And they pass to us, so we are not exiling Cosima. Ooh, and we aren't exiling Jim Kataxis for sure. This just says 4 draw cards, so let's think. Cosima is still aggressive. We could just do an all-out attack and save some boxes. I mean, this copies our artifacts, so that's pretty decent. And then when we copy Joyra's Familiar, that will mean that all our artifacts cost 2 less, which is a big deal. 1 and 2. So we get another Joyra's Familiar, reducing everything. Ah, there we go. I see. I don't think we had it in the bag, but they gave up anyway. So nice. On to the next one. And we've gone to mono red to mono black with Shunji. I quite like this. We have the Foundry Inspector, we have the Fort Monitor, which only costs 5 once we get it, and Overwhelmed Apprentice allows us to scry something decent, although it will mill them a bunch. I think this is definitely an Omenkeel matchup. Oh, we give them the Shouldred. I don't think considers that necessary compared to the Omenkeel. into Foundry Inspector, so although we might want to get the midnight clock down a bit sooner. I doubt they have much to deal with the Omenkeel this early, so we'll hit them for 1. They might try and kill the Overwhelmed Apprentice to stop us crewing the Omenkeel, but if they do, then we definitely play the Foundry Inspector. Fort Monitor, obviously a ridiculous piece of cardboard. So let's play the Hanger. That's probably not the most advisable thing to do, but it shows we have lands we're not desperate, and allows us to be more likely to hit. Yeah, Feign Death, nice, okay. And I think I will Foundry Inspector. Yeah. Because that means we can go Midnight Clock 2. I'm not sure, how does this work? So as long as we didn't get an island, but the Moon Snare prototype works out even, doesn't it? So, Midnight Clock into Moon Snare means that we now can play Fort Monitor, which is a ridiculous piece of cardboard, and we'll tap the Overwhelmed Apprentice. Get to Fort Cast, and we get the island, lovely. So we will crew, in fact no we won't, we'll crew this automated Artificer with the Omenkeel. Okay, this deck could actually has an alright few turns, it turns out. Are they going to kill the Omenkeel? Okay, they kill the Omenkeel. That's fine, we got what we wanted from it. Next turn we can ninjutsu something. We could ninjutsu the Fort Monitor to get another Fort Monitor, or we could just copy the Fort Monitor. So I think we kind of... Steel Overseer seems alright, so yeah, we'll Steel Overseer this way though. And then attack with everything. Thousand Face Shadow, ninjutsu the Overwhelmed Apprentice. Get another Fort Monitor. Draw 2 more cards. Oh, Brainstorm, not bad. We'll scry first. Mill our opponent, but scry ourselves. Grazlex. Yeah, I think Grazlex is decent stuff. And it's only been 3 turns of Midnight Clock. This board is fun. You can't fault it for not being aggressive. Okay, they invoke Despair, so we sacrifice creature, get rid of our Moral Apprentice. Get rid of... Oh, it's an artifact, to kill an artifact, is it? So we'll definitely Steel Overseer pre-combat. Yeah, nice, nice. That's free for free. I mean, the first one was a bit sketchy, but that's free for free, so nice. Okay, we're on to the next one. We have Tralasala. And we got Sky Skiff, which actually works really well with the Omenkeel. So, well, I think we'll start with the Fairy Seer, which is going to scry us to 4. Oh, both good cards, but I think we're alright for vehicles, and I think we're okay for lands for now. So we're going to leave both of those. We'll Omenkeel early, like we usually do. Or maybe we want a Sky Skiff. Yeah, actually, I think now they've done that, we do want a Sky Skiff. And that allows us to start exiling pretty early, because, I mean, the Omenkeel will do the same thing, but they're probably going to play Tralasala next turn. Yep. So we've got to be careful about how we do this, but we'll play Omenkeel, we'll crew up the Skiff, and we've lost all sound effects. And exile 2 cards, which would be nice, 1 and 2. It looks like we got rid of Hornbash and Mentor. So we don't want to play creatures into Authority here, so that's kind of why I'm just doing nothing. We can Metamorphose the Omenkeel next turn, I think, depending on how they do with life. So we'll play the Forest. I think we Benthic Biomancer, which does give them the life, and it is a tapped creature, so it does mean that we can't crew the Omenkeel. But actually, we want to crew the Omenkeel, because then we can kill... nah, we'll crew the Fairy Seer, and we'll lose the Omenkeel, that's fine. As long as Tralasara doesn't get any bigger, we're good, we're good. Exile another 2 lands by the looks of it? Nope. Land and expel. Yeah, fine. Target artifact creature becomes a 4/4 angel creature. Okay, we could have done that on Benefit Biomancer, I suppose. Let's see if they do the attack first. It would be nice if they did. Ooh, Shadow Spear. So they might equip, they're going to equip that, aren't they? Yes. Blowout. Lovely. Oh no, it's a 5/5. Okay, it's not a blowout. This is very bad now. Sure. In that case, we just adapt the Benefit Biomancer. We can start discarding lands because we have enough lands from our opponent, so that's fine. 5 damage to us. Trelasara is getting bigger. And if they scry, at least we can exile it off the top of their library, so that's kind of nice. Evolving Wilds, that's for the other side of the Omenkeel, is it not? So, as much as I hate to do it, I do want to get Grassilic just to draw a card here and there. And then we'll crew up this with the Biomancer. And if they want to scry something to the top, we'll, sure as Roger, will exile it. Let's see. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter because this has trample anyway, so we just really, really need a board wipe or something that turns their thing away. It would seem that a single 7/7 trample lifelinker might be enough to be our end. Okay, sure. This is all happening. And the... what's that? 2/2 lifelink. Okay, sure. That's the... that's interesting. I've not seen this art before. I've definitely seen a lot of 2/2s for 2 with lifelink, but I've never seen this one. And do they attack with more? No, but at least we get to block the soldier with the Omenkeel. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't going to be a perfect 5, was it? There's no way it was going to be a perfect 5. This is so much more fun in Commander. There's so much more interactions that you can do. We do have Rise and Shine in Historic, which is great. If you have a bunch of like non-creature artifacts, you just turn them all into things. But it does look like our end is nigh, unless we draw River's Rebuke right now. Let's see. Will it happen? No. No is the answer. So I think that we just say good game and move on to the next one. Nice. Hopefully we'll get our sound effects back. And our final game is against Kyode, Soul of Kamigawa. So yeah, we'll go this. This seems fine. Got some early ramp. We can always do Cosima with... we've got 2 fetch lands, so we could just Cosmina turn... well, as long as we draw another land that's not a fetch, then we might want to do Cosmina earlier on, rather than doing... we can Arcane Signet to consider, so that's good. We can do double fetch. Kyodai can be quite a slow one, so... oh, fantastic. There you go. And then we can consider at the end of their turn. And it does seem that our sound effects are a bit lackluster. Kyodai gives something else indestructible, right? And it gets +5/+5. A lot of things you can do with Kyodai, so never expect them to be doing some sort of Dragon Spirit, Lifelinky, Flash... I don't know. Don't expect anything, basically. Expect them to at least be playing some white cards, I suppose. They might not want to go 5 color with it, though. So let's just consider. We'll get rid of that land. Sure, getting a lot of lands, which, to be fair, Cosmina's pretty good at. So we'll play Cosmina rather than the other side, and then Island. And if we get another land next time, we might consider just using the pilot to get rid of some of our lands. Or do we really want this automated or artificer at this point in the game? Yeah, no, not if they're going to do that. We're going to just draft a vehicle. And we get the Reckoner Bankbuster, which is good for drawing cards. And we love drawing cards, so we're going to exile it. Decline moving into the command zone, just leave it exiled. And then we will Fabled Passage, take action, Fabled Passage, get another island, take action, and then we'll Bankbuster, draw a card, and then, oh look, a Sanctum. Okay, that's great news. There we go. Right, lovely. So they've got the Enchantress's presence. They are going for enchantments here. It would seem 5-color enchantments is what we are against. Authority is fine. Kind of annoying, but fine. We have the Expanse, so Cosima's getting big pretty quick. Definitely a card that is not necessarily a good commander card, but might work quite well in some sort of ramp deck where you want some really good card draw to help you out. Oh, they've got one too. Lovely. I remember opening my first, I don't remember which way around it was, but whichever one came out first, I remember opening the second version and being like, wait, they're the same. Why? Oh, shrines. Okay. Okay, that's the game we're playing, is it? Sure. Ooh, Tezzeret. So, if we go Tyrite Sanctum, we're going to put the Voyage counter with Tezzeret. We will draw 2 and discard 2. The only thing we really want to keep is the... Oh, we'll discard the Mobilizer Mech, sure. And then draw another card. Lovely. We're definitely drawing cards. And look, there's the Octopus, so we could potentially do the Cosima, and mutate Cosima and see what happens if this game looks like it's going really far south. Which, to be fair, so far it's looking alright. So far it's looking just fine. This has 3 counters on it. We're going to get it up to at least 4 before we get it back, so that'd be nice. Okay, they get rid of our Tezzeret, which is, you know, not just one of the most powerful cards in the deck that turns everything on, but hey, life goes on. I reckon a Bankbuster's soon going to be out of counters, so yeah, whatever. Cool. Green, and they choose to scry. And keep it on top, so if... We don't have any mill options at the moment, but meh. And are they going to mill us? They are. Okay, they mill us for a ginger brew, which, at this point in the game, not too fast. And there's a River's Rebuke, everybody. There it is. You'll love to see it. So I guess it's a matter of Bankbuster getting us a Spectral Sailor. Sure. Terramorphic Expanse. Put the first Void one on with a Voyage counter, and then we will get it back. Decline. We maybe should have done that during their turn. I think we probably should have. But now we have Wash Away, which is pretty decent. And then Midnight Clock, holding up Wash Away. We have to go to Spectral Sailor now, don't we? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We can also start discarding our lands to make more vehicles, which is pretty fun. So we won't attack here. This hopefully allows us to wash away if they go for the commander, which I doubt they will. It doesn't necessarily feel like the thing they want to do on this turn. They probably have some more shrines. Maelstrom Pulse. Could be worse. Yeah, we'll have it back. So Cosima with Sea Dasher Octopus could be in our future if we have the mana to not do much else. In reality, we could turn our treasure token into a 5/5. That's pretty fun. What? Ray of Frost? Oh, wow, really? Okay, sure. That's fine. And then we're going to discard 2 islands to get another vehicle. And I think another Bankbuster probably works all right. So yeah, we'll get another one. I mean, Bankbuster is kind of I suppose what you want. Oh, a high-speed Solver Bike. Cool. I mean, we should, dead to rights, be doing the Cosima thing, right? Where we, I just don't know how likely that is to really happen when we could be doing much cooler things. So we'll play some vehicles. Oh wow, we get to tap this. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we can crew. Oh, we can't crew this yet, can we? We need to crew 3, which we don't have the ability to do. So I guess we just Artificer's Assistant and turn this into a... No, let's turn the treasure into a 5/5. That's kind of fun. And then we don't want to not hold up a counter, so we'll hit them with everything. Yes, treasure. Nice treasure. Cool. And we're still ready to wash away their commander should they choose to do that. Which they would do it probably at the end of our turn rather than doing on theirs. So it looks like we're probably going to be using the Bankbuster to draw another card. But we have as much mana. We have some good card draw going on. The Experimental Pilot has been better than I thought it would be for an uncommon, for sure. Works very well when you've got some decent card draw. Maybe Cosima is one way you play the... Oh! Right. In that case, we're going to draw a card. Nice. And all our stuff is dead-ish, right? Yes, all our stuff is dead. And the... Oh, that's a good. That's the one they want. And they're going to mill us as well. Why not? Lost for 2. Cool, right. The hourglasses are ticking. Oh, the hourglass counters are getting there. But I don't see any reason why we wouldn't just do Cosima and mutate onto it. I mean, sure, we definitely should have played something else first, but yeah, we're going to do the Cosima thing of mutating a Sea Dasher Octopus onto Cosima and seeing what happens with the counters, which I'm quite excited about. So we can mutate, and we can also cast Wash Away if they choose to. Ooh, nice. Okay, they are going to be drawing some cards. We could have just countered that, actually. I always... Ooh. Yeah, let's counter that instead. I don't know what the deal with the sound in this game is, that it's been frustrating for too long now. Okay, so Cosima, we are... we can't exile it because it's not mutated yet. We missed the trigger. We didn't have a land anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, let's see if we would have drawn one. We wouldn't have. So let's crew up the Cosima. Oh, 3 or more. Yeah, it's fine. Fairy Seer. For a land, hopefully. Yeah, that's much more important. So we've got the land. We can do the exile thing. Getaway car. We want to hold on to Sea Dasher, which we are doing. Yeah, keep the land. And let's see if this works as we thought it would. So I need to make sure to mutate at the beginning of their end step. And hopefully we live long enough to tell the tale. River's Rebuke and Flood of Tears means that we almost definitely will. It's just a matter of what will happen after that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Alex Liplock, you're finally going to see it. You're finally going to see it happen. If they don't kill Cosima, that is. Yep, sure, just keep playing Shrines. Keep playing Shrines. Nothing here kills us yet. Ghost Shintai of Hidden Cruelty does. But we can also ace in the Hold'em, and this is Toughness. They control how many shrines? They control for 3 shrines. So they can't actually kill Cosima here, right? So, at the end step, you may pay 1 where you destroy type creature toughness X or less. 1 shrine, 2 shrine. That is 3 shrines, yeah. So we can mutate onto Cosima. Underneath, of course. Yay, we're doing it! We're doing it! They're going to mill us, though? Is that going to be the problem? Are they going to mill us? Well, do the Ghost Shintai of Lost Wisdom first. Yeah, okay, they're going to mill it. They're going to mill it. And are they going to kill something? They're going to kill the Artificer's Assistant. That's fine, that's fine. Because now, we exile 2 creatures with Cosima's ability. Decline. Okay, there's another mutate creature. That's a bit sad. But we will get the charge counter from our Buster, which means we get the land, which means that, yes, it does work the way we thought it would. Put a Voyage counter on it. Put a Voyage counter on it. Then we're going to rebuke them. Yeah, target player is going to be them. And then I think we could getaway card the Fairy Seer and attack. The Pouncing Short Shark is a shame. Oh, you can return a creature to its owner's hand. So yeah, getaway card. Fairy Seer, which might allow us to draw another land. We just want a land to trigger our Octopus and our Cosima at this point. And then end turn, nice. We're really close to doing the Midnight Clock thing. I wonder how many fetches we still have in our deck. Land-wise, we still have most of them, actually. We've only used Tyro Sanctum as a one-off land. And they can play Enchantress's Present here. No, they're not going to. They've got 8 cards in hand, so they are going to go back down to hand sides for the look of it. Yeah, they're back down to hand sides. They play Authority of the consoles. Cool. Nice, nice. They do mill us. Maybe they just win through mill. That'd be interesting. So Midnight Clock's up to 9. We have got Graxless. Graxless is good. It allows us to draw cards, which everyone loves doing. And I think we do this again with this. And this again with this. And attack. Yeah. And we get our Fairy Seer back, which allows us to scry too. It doesn't really matter because they're milling us so much. And in fact, I think I want to hold... Ooh, Mecha Titan Core. Well, you can't say no to a Mecha Titan Core now, can you? In fact, can we do this? Yeah, we can do that at the end of their turn, so that's nice. Oh, it's all coming up Millhouse. Look at this. Like, they're about to do some busted stuff, but we can just pounce and short shag something. Like, only a creature, but hopefully they play the Immortal Sun, whatever, that's fine. And it does mean we're losing Flood of Tears, which kind of does help us out a lot. Maybe we should cast that while we still have Cosima in exile. Go Shintai, go Shintai. I think that's worth using the Pouncing Short Shark on. This is a pilot. It's nothing else but a pilot, so that means we can mutate onto it. Depends what they do here. If they go to that end step, then they might target our creatures, which is fine, because we can do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Mecha Titan. Oh no, does that mean we win and we don't get to see what happens with Cosima? I think it does mean we win with Mecha Titan and don't get to see what happens with Cosima. No. No, please let us try at least to bring back our creatures. Okay, they killed the Scholar, and they have a flyer, so they can survive this. But we draw a lot. No! No, they didn't let us do it. They didn't let us do it. How unfortunate. I'm so sorry. We got the Mecha Titan, and we also got a 4-1, which isn't bad at all. So yeah, can't complain too much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you at the next one. Bye.